Hey everybody, welcome back to our second live stream of the day. I'm John, this is Sherry, the ukulele Sherry. She's playing a ukulele.
I am.
It is. And she's
Okay.
a big fan of Fall Out Boy, apparently. Hey Chantel. Well, look.
What do you got against Fall
nothing.
Out Boy?
She just says Fall Out. That's Fall Out Boy. I know that's a band that you like. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, and folks, if you see Bruce Smith in chat, that is Sheila. Sheila is on Bruce's phone on their way home from someplace. So anyway, surprise, surprise. Yes, we're doing this FIP early. There is no Norwegian troll. There's not going to be a Norwegian troll for a little while. That's just not going to be around for a little bit. We're going to be kind of dialing things back a little bit, especially as some of the craziness is going on in our own lives personally. We're going to cut back to what we can manage. So a lot of these FIPs are going to be just kind of the classic FIPs that we've always done. Just letting everybody know kind of that's what's going on. Yeah, so just like Chantel says, this is going to be one of our regular tapings of a future video. So, hey, Jennifer French, great to see you. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Poker Rossi. Wow, Poker's here.
Wow.
We got the whole gang here.
Poker
hey,
Rossi
Gene S.
has given up sleeping, evidently. He's here morning, noon, and night. Wow.
I know it. Anytime we go live, I swear, Poker Rossi's going to be there. I could open up at 5 a.m. Hey, there's Poker Rossi. Go up 11 p.m. Oh, there's Poker Rossi. It's like...
No, sleep. What's that?
Yes. Must be, maybe he's just really, maybe he's just really cold. It's hard to sleep when you're cold. So, just shivering all the time up there in Norway.
Yes.
Yes, Bruce Smith says, hi, this is Sheila under Bruce's account. Yes, it is. So let's actually talk about the game because that's what we're here to do right now. So here is the setup. We've got...
It's way purple.
Way purple. We've got the Riddler. We've got
pretty,
Catwoman.
by the way.
It is.
John decorated it.
Yes. And we've got Carol Burnett, of all people. What's going on here, Sherry?
Well, Carol's wearing her classic Scarlett O'Hara dress with the drapes. So she's wearing the drapes and it's hanging down, and Catwoman and the Riddler have mistaken her for a superhero because they think the drape thing is a cape. So Carol needs to make it into the loot cam before the Riddler and Catwoman get there, or there's going to be trouble. Catwoman is just jealous of Carol's fashion sense, I think, and the Riddler is more into the whole, no, we're not having any new superheroes.
That's right.
And
all right, let's get.
That's the gist of it.
And I think we're going to have a mystery bag question from the QG today.
Yeah, QG's going to give us a question.
Let's see what it says. All right, what do we got?
How come we never get to see it actually spit it out? It's already printed out.
The QG is apparently able to read what we're doing in these games.
Did you do that on purpose?
No.
Did you read comics when you were a kid?
So that's the mystery bag question we will be asking on the video
I
today.
Did.
Yeah, you were a comic book fiend, so we'll be talking about that as we play and figure out if Carol Burnett can escape the clutches of the Riddler and Catwoman. Douglas Dyer's got the word for the day. Oh, Doug, you and your words for the day. Even if we're not doing a giveaway, Doug is always able to have a word of the day. That's right. Always, always, and forever. All right, we're going to go ahead and get rolling on this because, yeah. Watch your step, Sherry.
I will watch my step here.
I've been tripping over cables myself today. I feel
unusually.
Well, I usually feel clumsy. I've been feeling more clumsy as of late.
Alexa, set the AC to 65.
Hold on, I was having to recharge these recording devices. So hopefully...
Oh, you're not charged? That's not good.
So get them up. We'll switch the microphones around.
You need to turn on the sign. Wait, I think I can do that.
I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Sure, it's bright out today.
That's because it's daytime.
Oh, it's daytime. That's what's going on here. That's why everything seems so cattywampus. We're used to always playing in the dark. And now nothing wants to work. Do. So, Sherry.
Yes.
What were your... Well, we'll talk about that in a moment. So, man, I just can't get the camera right for whatever reason. There we go. All right, Sherry, smash that button. We'll get this switched over and start rolling. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Turn on the sofa light. Alexa, turn on the sofa light.
Cindy's hoping for a troll hole.
Could happen.
You never
Bread
know.
butter. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Cap on. Clap your hands. Hey everyone! Welcome to We Play You Win. It's me, Ukulele Sherry, and this guy, who I'm not going to say his name because I jinxed him right before we came on here, and he can't talk until I say his name, so I'm not going to. We have today an interesting game. Back on the pusher shelf, we have Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett is wearing her famous Scarlett O'Hara costume with the hanging down, made out of the drapery, and it's kind of hanging down with the curtain rod. On the playfield, we have the Riddler. Boop, there's the Riddler and Catwoman. Now, Catwoman is just kind of jealous of Carol's fashion sense, and the Riddler thinks, a cape? This is a new superhero moving in on my turf. So they want to get to the loot cam before Carol does. Carol needs to get to the loot cam before the two of them do. I don't know what happens if it happens in the wrong order, but we're going to try and prevent the villains from getting to the loot can before Carol does. Now, I get to do all the talking. All the talking is for me because he can't talk. Because remember, he's jinxed. You know, when I was a kid, I was a huge reader of, well, everything really, just voracious. I'd read the toothpaste tube, the cereal box, the whatever. I was reading Time magazine in 3rd grade. I was reading Time magazine cover to cover. But I loved comic books. Loved them. I had a relative who bought an old farm, and in the barn was a mountain, I mean hundreds, just scattered around, hundreds of old comic books. And the ones, now I loved comic books. I loved superheroes, Archies, what have you. Casper the Friendly Ghost, didn't matter. But despite the fact that I usually don't like this kind of thing, in that barn was a massive collection of old horror comics. Horror. The scary, creepy, spooky stories. And I loved them. Go ahead, you guy. He can't say anything, so just come over here and I'll talk some more. I think I particularly liked the horror comics because my mother hated that I was reading them. It drove her nuts that her little girl was reading these scary, horrible things. And they really were pretty good. And some of them really did freak me out. Man, somebody's playing on the sides. So my horror comics would disappear one by one, and I'd have to hide them because someone was getting rid of my comic books. Uh-oh, Carol's down. Oh, wow. She is directly behind, like, the center pier there. There's, like, 2 doorways. There's this doorway and this doorway. Right behind the center pier is Carol. And when Carol got back there, all the quarters pushed, and that's how you saw that entire structure move forwards. That was cool. But as my scary comic books disappeared, oh, did you see that? We lived near a couple of drugstores. Ooh, John, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Oh, finally. She said my name.
No,
I can't believe it.
I was getting to do the
I knew she. I didn't think. I knew she couldn't go 5 minutes.
Oh, darn.
She could not go
5
seconds.
Oh,
5 minutes.
I can't jinx them.
Now she's going to just work very
Don't
diligently.
play on the sides. Don't play on the sides.
She's going to try.
Do you want Carol to not
I'm playing
get
in the
there?
middle. See, I'm right above the eye.
By the way, Carol Burnett is really cool. I sent her a copy of this picture that this game piece is based on, plus a game piece. And she autographed the drawing and sent it back. And so now we have this awesome autographed.
And you sent her a whoopee cushion, and what happened with that?
She kept it.
She kept the whoopee cushion.
Which, yes, why wouldn't she keep a whoopee cushion?
That's right.
Ooh. Now, we sent a whoopee cushion to Ruth Buzzy, who also sent us back a bunch of cool stuff. She's going to appear in a game sometime soon. And she signed the whoopee cushion and returned it. So we have a whoopee cushion signed by Ruth Buzzy, which is cool. But I would go to the pharmacies that were near me and hang out on their magazine stands and just read every doggone comic. It didn't matter if it was a Westerns comic or if it was Spider-Man or what was it. I was reading it. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sherry was a big comic book reader. I was a big comic book reader. I inherited most of my comic books from siblings. So I had well-used comic books. Comic books with no cover. Most of them, remarkably, were Richie Rich comic books. I think I read just about all the Richie Rich comic books. And we had a stack about, man, those doubloons are falling down
But
quickly.
they're jangly.
We had like a 4 or 5 foot stack of comic books if you were to stack them on top of each other.
Well,
Most of them were Richie Rich.
Some army ones.
Hey, I think these villains might slide into the loot cam when the structure explodes.
No, I'm trying. Carol she is stuck right there. She's stuck behind this pier. I'm not sure how we're going to manage this. I'm going to stack right in the center.
You're going to stack?
Yes, I'm going to build a bulldozer directly behind that center pier so we can blow it out.
Wait, you're going to do what?
Build a huge bulldozer behind that center pier and see if we can just push it out.
Push it out. All right. Still playing up the center though, right?
Yes. But
We're
I'm stacking
stacking.
them. Now, I was reading a lot of one of the comics that would never sell out was Captain America. So I didn't have to hurry to read Captain America.
Was not the most popular comic
He
book
was
when you were a
way
kid?
not popular. This was the 1970s. Captain America was not popular. So he was, I'd start day one, you know, every month there'd be a new order of comic books would come in. And I'd start with the ones that would sell out on me. Like Spider-Man, Superman, that kind of stuff. And the ones that would never sell out, Rawhide Kid. Nobody was ever buying Rawhide Kid. And Captain America.
You like the original Rawhide Kid.
Sure, I did. I liked the Rawhide Kid. But I enjoyed all of them. And boy, I took a lot of ribbing from people for reading Captain America. He was really good. Go ahead.
All right, I'm stacking up the middle. 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
But I was a Marvel fan before Marvel was the,
Was the hot one.
yeah. It was like, I don't read Marvel. Are you kidding?
I did read a lot of X-Men growing up.
I didn't.
Okay, this thing is getting ready to tumble.
Not until they appeared suddenly. When I was a kid, there weren't X-Men. When they appeared, I read them. Oh no, I'm not stacking. That was dumb. I started thinking about when the heck did X-Men. I know I was looking at X-Men when I was in high school because I had a bunch of nerdy friends. And they were reading X-Men. Uh-oh. It's going down. It's going down now. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes.
Oh! Whoa! Hey, that was cool.
Okay, Carol Burnett is in there somewhere. She's probably somewhere in here.
Oh, that's dissolving. Trapped within a drapery. Oh!
Wow.
Totally.
Okay, I can see it way back here. Here is Catwoman. And you can see the Riddler. But somewhere
Holy
in here is
smokes.
Carol Burnett. John, you're going to have to watch the loot cam. I think we're in good shape. I'm going to actually play across. See if we can clear out a whole bunch of stuff hanging off the cliff there.
All right, I'm playing all the way across too.
Just to kind of flush it.
You know, I never appreciated how much I enjoyed talking until it was taken away from me.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't appreciate what you've got until you lose it.
That's right.
There's just about everything in life.
Including comic books.
I appreciated my horror comic books.
Did you ever have comic books taken away from you?
Let me reiterate. Remember, I had a bunch of horror comic books, and they kept disappearing because my mother was absconding with them and destroying them.
That's right.
Yes. They were great, though. They actually got banned. They were banned when I was a kid. They were no longer, which is probably because my mom was very anti-scary comic books. They were not being printed anymore. Remember, these were old ones that had shown up in a relative's barn. And I mean, oh, Carol. Carol is right here.
She's going to beat these criminals out.
She is. She's gonna keep her cake.
I wonder what plans she has in Coin Pusher Land with this cake of hers.
It was horrible for American youth to read these scary comics.
There she goes.
She goes. We got Carol.
I'm one Carol Burnett. There we go.
Okay. Mystery bag question, which was actually generated by the QG, our mystery bag question generator 3000. Not sure why there's a 3000 on there. Did you read comics when you were a kid? Hex to the yes, I did. Yeah, I did. I read them.
I read them.
You read them? I read them all. I read more comics than anybody.
You did.
I did. The stores, the drugstores would say, "Get out of here, kid! Get out of here, kid!" And I'd be back, and they just gave up telling me that because they knew I was going to read them. Okay, so the mystery bag question today is, did you read comics when you were a kid? Answer within 24 hours of this video going live. Just comment on this video, and you'll be entered in our Sunday morning drawing to win a mystery bag. That's all there is to it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Consider subscribing to this channel. Hit the little alert notification, and you'll know when we're doing stuff, when something new comes up, so you can enter and win yourself a prize. There's some crazy zany stuff in there. There really is. In those bags.
And watch Sherry try to jinx me some more. Like I'm going to let her get away with that ever again.
I can't believe I said his name.
You did. You did. You were so close to jinxing me. I can't believe it.
Okay, so be the reason someone smiles today. Be safe. Be healthy. Give us a like on this video, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
I probably forgot some things.
You jinxed me. What the heck?
Alexa, turn off the sofa light.
You jinxed me good. I thought I was going to be jinxed the whole video.
Oh, cool.
The whole
It's stopped
time.
in the right place.
Unfortunately, I wasn't. Unfortunately, I wasn't. I thought she was going to have me the whole time.
I wanted to.
She could not keep me jinxed. She had too much to say.
I talk too much.
Holly Provo says we need another race game, and we will. We will do another race game soon.
Oh, you should have scheduled one. You could have scheduled one this morning. Could have started promoting it.
Potentially. Alexa, set a 20-minute timer, says Chantel.
Okay. Set.
All right, Sherry, why don't I go...
Christmas.
Let me go clear the coin pusher just in case any trolls decide to do something.
Don't move the pusher shelf. I want it all the way back.
I'm not touching it.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fears and sorrow. Oh, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. All the words here may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use in crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Wow. Wow. Would you please give her a cookie? Please give her a cookie because she's playing it. I'm trying to play it and she's playing it. Wow. See, sometimes when I'm playing it, I'm not kidding. I'll be playing it and she's in the mood and she starts. Ain't gonna rain no more. Ain't gonna rain no more. How the heck can I wash my neck if it ain't gonna rain no more? Up in so much fun with this dog when I was 5. Oh. Uncle Bill the chimney, built the road so high, had to take it down again, let the moon go by. Oh, ain't gonna rain no more, how the heck can I walk when it ain't gonna rain no more? Oh, man, they by the sewer, he died, and at the coroner's inquest, they called it suicide. Oh, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more, ain't gonna rain no more. How the dickens can I count my chickens if it ain't gonna rain no more? She's helping.
Well, that's it for the troll hole.
Did her
Nope.
trigger?
No trolls triggered today.
The dog's triggered.
The dog is severely triggered.
Okay, that's enough now. Calm down. Settle down.
Here, I'll
You
get
have
her.
to settle. Daddy's gonna get a cookie. Daddy, give her a cookie.
Actually, what I want to do is pick her up.
Oh, don't drop her or anything. She's pretty wiggly. I would have had so much fun with this dog and the ukulele when I was 5, pulling around in the moon wagon.
Spider-Man, Mad, X-Men, etc.
Oh
etc.
yeah,
So
Mad,
Jimmy Snowdog.
Mad and Cracked. Jimmy Snowdog, did you read Cracked? Is Cracked still in print? I know Mad Magazine is. Our son Mac has a subscription to Mad Magazine since he was like 10 years old, I think. He's had it forever. I had some really old Mad magazines, like their original ones. I don't know what happened to them. They disappeared about the time my horror comics did.
Gee, that sounds suspicious.
Yeah, a lot of my favorite stuff would disappear suspiciously.
Was that pre-Florida or post-Florida?
Oh, way pre-Florida.
Archie
way
and
before
Richie
Florida.
Rich, Don Schaefer Pips. Yeah, see, Richie Rich was awesome.
Our daughter Rena she would read Archie and Sabrina and Betty and Laugh Digest and Casper Friendly Ghost. All
Casper,
those. She liked all
Friendly
those. She
Ghost.
liked those happy ones. And then as she got a little bit older, she got into like Ghost Rider. Wonder where
Big
she
time.
got that from, but I never steered her towards it at all. She always had been the happy, goofy one.
Becca suggests doing a race for Halloween with the Mummy, Vampire, Witch, Ghost, etc.
We have a couple of races already in the can.
We do.
Okay. What was our last race? What was our last race?
The one we released?
Yeah, the last one.
That was a super big giveaway. Closest thing. Then prior to that
no,
would have been...
prior to that.
Probably was...
Oh, yeah, that super big giveaway took the place of a race this month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we can always run more races.
Oh, yeah, Beetle Bailey. Yeah,
Lyle's
Hot
over
Stuff.
1,000 comics to read.
I'm telling you, this barn, the hayloft, was full. I think they thought it was going to be porn or something was up there because there was a whole bunch of these comic books were up in the hayloft, but it wasn't porn. It was comics. It was all kinds of comics, and I was allowed to take as many of them as I wanted this first time that we were visiting because he was getting rid of them. He was going to throw them in the bonfire. So I took like armloads, like a garbage bag would have been, just as many as I could carry, I took. And I took the ones that looked really cool. And the ones that had the coolest covers happened to be all the scary horror ones. And they were really good. And a couple of those stories stuck with me to this day. I mean, stuck with me 50 years. They were some pretty creep you out, psychological mess with you stories.
Like what? What?
Like the one where the couple found the baby on their doorstep on New Year's Eve. It was like a minute past midnight, and they find this baby on their doorstep. And as the year has gone by, this kid is like, overnight, this kid is like a kid, like ready to go to school kid. And overnight again, the kid is, like a 5th grade. I mean, years are going by every day in this baby's life. And then New Year's Eve of that year, 1 year from finding the kid, like his birthday, he was an old man with a long beard, and that was it. He expired. He was Father Time. He was the baby New Year, and he was the old New Year going on. It was weird. And as a little kid, that was like, man, it was freaky. And there was another there was one that was really scary that I'll tell him about it later, but I don't think it's appropriate in here. That's probably the kind of thing that got these comics taken away from me.
Well, closer to Halloween, maybe in the evening, would it be more appropriate?
Maybe. But it was really a scary kind of thing. A number of them were scary, but these couple of stories stuck with me for 50 years. Little comic book stories, like Pluticorn.
Yes, and Recyclops.
But they were but I loved comics, and I'll tell you, I think Spider-Man built my vocabulary fantastically. Defenestration. Where are you going to get a word like that? You know what defenestration means? To throw something out a window. If you defenestrate somebody, you have thrown that out of a window. Oh my goodness.
All from Spider-Man.
She's melting here.
Little Lulu, Baby Huey, Felix the cat. They were willed to Lyle from a friend that owned the gas station across the road. Friend AC.
Comic books are good, and they're just a feast for the eyes. All the colors and stuff are just fun, and the storylines are pretty easy to follow. Even if you're a kid, you can follow them, and they're good, and they're characters that you get, they become part of you.
They do.
It's good. Now we've got some. I've got Wonder Woman drawn, who hasn't been in a game yet. Ruth Buzzy hasn't been in a game yet. I'm working on Billie Jean King.
Apparently you want us to play some tennis.
We might, and I'll do Bobby Riggs. I'm trying. I'm having a really hard time with her. She's quite tricky to draw. My problem is because I start with the same face for everybody, the women tend to be a little heavy-jawed. They look a little pleasingly plump, and it's hard to do an athlete who looks plump because she's not. But I don't know why I'm doing Billie Jean King, but I'm going to try and get her autograph. I'll tell you that.
Why not?
Yeah. And I'm still hoping to finish Robin Williams. His hair is a trick. I don't know why. I struggle with doing hair. Hair is difficult.
You just don't have enough examples to look from every day.
No, making them draw so that they look like hair is just
Silly
hard.
Putty was fun with the comics as G.S.
You can't even use Silly Putty with new comics now because they use the paper
Stay Fast ink, yeah.
Well, the paper is the low acidity archival kind of quality. So you can't use Silly Putty with the comics anymore. It really blows.
I'm sorry I'm yawning so much.
It's the middle of the day. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. What are you yawning for? I was yawning earlier too. We've been busy. Oh my goodness. I was dancing with Cricket earlier.
Alexa, timer status.
I have 8 minutes.
She has 8 minutes.
Buddy.
Just making sure it got set.
8 minutes left. And we still get to do sending out mystery bags.
Yep, that's next.
Look at that girl. Oh my goodness, this old dog. Her cataracts are really.
How about Melissa McCarthy?
She went to the same high school that my mom went to, different times. She's from my neck of the woods, St. Francis High School in Joliet, Illinois.
Which is not the worst place in Illinois to live.
It's not the worst place in Illinois to live.
We
watched a video about it. We watched a video about the worst places to live in Illinois, and Joliet wasn't on it, which was crazy because the people in the housing projects in Chicago are scared to go to Joliet. So maybe they were scared to talk about it. They were scared to call us out.
It's so bad it falls below the list. I don't know. Everyone just knows don't go to Joliet.
Yeah, just don't
When you move to a place and there's bullet holes in the library, you have to question the safety of everybody. Just saying. Bullet holes in the library. In the library.
Yeah, he was really nervous when he came and visited me. The bullet holes in the library really, really freaked him out. That was it. Where he had been uncertain about our surroundings up to that point, when he saw the bullet holes in the public library, he was downright not happy to be there. He was nervous.
Strange place to find bullet holes, just randomly. I remember doing that with silly putties at Don Schaefer Pips.
Yeah. Silly putty was fun stuff. But comic books were a big deal. For me, comic books were a big deal. None of the other girls were reading them. If they were only reading the happy, silly ones. And I was reading the superheroes fight.
Hey, by the way, were there any audio poppings when we changed scenes today? I tested it ahead of time, and I think I fixed it.
He cleared the cache and some
bunch of other
basic
few
stuff.
changes, and I'm just curious if it cleaned up or not.
Are we still popping?
Yeah. Let us know if you heard audio pops like you did on the Mystery Bag Game Show this morning. Should all be fixed. No pops. Sorry, guys. I was dealing with Home Depot manager. Did we win, darling? No.
We didn't win, darling. Oh, but we won the game.
We won the game,
but no prizes.
No prizes.
Okay, Lyle says no.
Linda P just got in front feeding the goats. What got in from feeding the goats? What did I miss?
Carol Burnett survived a battle with the Riddler and Catwoman. It was pretty awesome for Carol.
Tower crash was pretty good. No giveaways,
though. Tower crash was awesome. That structure just
kind of dissolved.
Now, when you're doing the videos, are you taking
I'm not doing the videos.
But when you're offloading them, are you reserving?
We'll talk about
He's not. I know what that means. He's not.
They have to be done. We have to have the fully edited thing before we can convert it to
shorts.
Oh,
so you have to get them back from Mac before you do it. Okay.
We still have like 200.
I was going to yell at him.
We still have 260 videos to go through.
So you mean that it's a good idea to get even further behind than it is to stay on top of where you are?
No, I'm just saying there's a lot to do. Man, a lot to do. There's a lot to do and not a lot of time. And John did something sneaky, says Douglas. What sneaky thing did I do, Doug?
The bread turned out phenomenal.
And you missed Sherry jinxing me for like 5 minutes straight until she forgot and she jinxed me and she said my name.
I said his name. Oh, I was going to get to do all the talking. I missed it. I like to talk.
You have a lot to say.
My Cuban grandma didn't speak a word of English, but it didn't stop her from talking, even though nobody knew Spanish around her. She talked and talked and talked. It was great.
She had a very verbose Spanish vocabulary. That's right.
Yes.
Always had something to say.
Mama was cool. Mama played guitar and could sing La Bamba.
She was 102?
103 or 104. There's some debate in the family. She was
plus or minus a year.
104. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Cricket. Wow.
Well, winning the game is good since we were losing so much, said Darlene. Paula Armendez is asking, how did your bread do? How was the bread?
I said that. I said it turned out great. It turned out really good. We do at least like every Saturday night we end up making bread. Just about every Saturday.
We do.
And sometimes more often than that.
Yeah, and it popped pretty good.
And during the week, we also do pizza crust, which is very similar, but more different.
Definitely denser.
Different, yeah, it's denser. Different. Working it is very different. The bread dough is much looser, and the pizza dough is a more dense dough. Meatloaf is almost done for Douglas.
Oh, I almost said the meatloaf is almost dug. Yeah, the meatloaf is almost dug. I did not mean to say the meatloaf is almost dug. I am getting so tongue-tied.
One time, I made meatloaf, and how I missed this, I don't know. I made meatloaf, and when I took it out of the oven, I had a slice, and know what was in it? A cow tooth. Like, a whole cow tooth. Just the roots were gone, but it was like a cut in half, like the whole top of a cow tooth was in there. I'm gonna gag thinking about it. I take this thing out of my mouth. First, I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought, what the heck? This is like the biggest tooth in my mouth. And I couldn't eat meatloaf for a long time. Well, wait, I got to back up further. When I was a kid, my mom made meatloaf one night. And that night, I just happened to get incredibly ill. It had nothing to do with the meatloaf. But like psychologically, it became linked. And I couldn't eat meatloaf. I couldn't eat meatloaf for like 15 years. I couldn't eat meatloaf. And the very first time that I made meatloaf was the cow tooth incident. And so I didn't eat meatloaf again for a very long time. I think until I lived here in Idaho with you.
I think so. Yeah, we were making
like
buffalo
10
meatloaf.
years later, we were making buffalo meatloaf. And it's
Bye,
fun.
Darlene.
Bye, Darlene. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Darlene.
My niece lost her dog this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't think she knows it yet. My sister was dog sitting, and the dog expired. And the dog was buried in the backyard very nicely and everything, but my niece is traveling for work, and I don't know if my sister has told her yet because she doesn't want her to be upset. She's an entertainer, and you got to be high energy, high energy, high energy, and she doesn't want to bring her down, but I think she needs to tell her.
She does.
I think she should tell her.
She should not wait to tell her.
If someone didn't tell me, if weeks had gone by, I would be very, very upset.
Good night, Holly.
Good night, Holly.
I think you got time for another tune before
I do. What
you
am I
get
playing?
timed out.
What am I playing?
You did smile.
I did Mama.
You did Mama.
And I did See You in My Dreams. And I did Ain't Gonna Rain No More. Ain't she sweet?
That's a good one.
See her coming down that street. Yeah, I ask you very confidentially. Ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice?
Yeah, Dina.
Look
Came on early. Said it could happen.
Twice. Yeah, I ask you very confidentially.
I love donuts.
She nice.
Thanks,
just
Cindy.
cast an eye. You're on a diet. In
More
her
donuts are right there. Thank you.
Oh me, oh my.
I'll just reach out there and grab them.
Perfection. I repeat. Don't you think that's kinda neat? Yeah, I ask you very confidentially. Ain't she sweet?
Alexa, stop. Dina says, I know you said it, but I thought maybe 5 p.m. We really didn't know. It was done and
It was
about
done.
to fall down.
It looked like it
and
was going to fall over.
We hadn't started shipping yet, so
Yeah, it was either we were going to start shipping or we were going to play the game. And I looked at that mountain of shipping and I said, let's play the game.
Yeah, Doug says, I like the early lives. We do too. If we could
too.
do them early all the time, we absolutely would. It's
Yes.
preferred on our side too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. All right, everybody,
Okay.
that's it for us right now. Thanks again for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope everything goes well. I hope you find a reason to smile today, and maybe we helped.
I'm
bring
not
you
the
some
only one who
smiles.
got sick off of meatloaf, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's right. Who was that? Said that. Linda P.
You get this connection in your mind, and it's like, no.
John just stinks.
There was a.
Do I? Let me see. No, not yet. Not yet.
There eating a filet of fish sandwich at McDonald's.
Oh, I
when
love
was a
McDonald's
kid.
fish fillet. They're the
Well, I
best.
liked them too when I was a kid, and I bit into something hard. It was probably there was a bone or something in there, and my uncle said, who was only a few years older than me, and he says that was a fish eye. It was a fish eyeball. It happens all the time. Those fish sandwiches have eyeballs in them all the time, and I was so grossed out. I don't think I ate another filet of fish sandwich for
Rest of her life.
decade.
I've never seen you eat a fish fillet sandwich. Fish,
we gotta
fish
go.
nuggets.
I'm breaking
from
out in
McDonald's.
itchiness
Yep.
right now. So
All right, everybody. Take it easy.
Okay.
We will catch you later.
bye,
Catch you tomorrow.
everybody.
Good night.
I had you jinxed. Doggone
You had
it.
me jinxed.
I
Oh!
had you jinxed. No, I messed up.
Can't believe
Every
it.
morning, every evening, and we got fun.
You're a bad
Not
jinxer.
much money, oh, but honey, and we got fun. The rent's unpaid, dear. We having a car.
Here we are. We play you winning.
But
You couldn't jinx me again if you
dear,
tried.
We'll play as we are, even if we owe the grocer.
I love We Play You
win,
Win.
jinx. What I could do is I could just keep doing this for so long. Ha ha ha! You think you're so smart? I gotcha. Woohoo! I gotcha.